45. Alright, dude. So this. Shells suck. I don't know, why did I do it in this mode? So this is the first level I ever made in Mario Maker. This level right here. And the reason why this level is so short and it has like nothing is because when Mario Maker first came out, you had to wait to unlock things like blocks and enemies. Like I don't think I even got munchers. You literally had to like wait a day for each like new set of things to come. So the way we like did that is we had to change the clock time of our Wii U's to go a day forward, and then we get the stuff. And I didn't know that when I made this level. So that's why this level was like stupid simple. It was like one shell jump. Actually, I don't even know what the intended way is. Oh yeah, I was like playing around with like shell stuff, cause this is literally all I had. All I had was a shell to work with. Before someone told me, he's like, "Hey, you're supposed to move the Wii U clock forward a day each time." And I was like, "Oh." So this is why this level is so simple, and that's why shells suck. Cause I was like, "What can I even do with this?" And I think the intended way was you're supposed to like drop the shell and then wall jump and then grab it again and do a shell jump. Well, there's like cheese, which I actually don't know what the cheese is. It's been too long. But yeah, because you couldn't grab things while wall jumping. So that's why this pit's here, that's why this wall's here. I think you just do tutorials, right? No, I forget, but anyways. But yeah, that was the intended way. That's why there's coins here. You have to drop the shell, and you have to wall jump off this wall and recratch the shell, which is harder than it looks. Because you can see that sometimes you don't pick it up. Yeah, like do something like that. It was really stupid. This was before any new Super Mario Bros. Tech also came out. Like air saws and things like that. Yeah, so that's the intended way, and then when you do that, you get to here. Oh yeah, that means you do a shell jump like this. So this was before like mid-air springboard jump sort of thing like this. Oh, apparently I can't even do them. Yeah, this is before mid-air springboard jump sort of thing. So I made you do a shell jump off of springboard. And that was this level. That was it. Have a good night, Golgo. Ow. Mid-airs did not exist in any form. Mid-air springboard jumps, mid-air P-switch jumps, mid-air shell jumps, they did not exist yet. Or the tech that people... Did I lowest playing out for America 2? No. Who won? Pooh won. I think this was like my play around level. Oh yeah, checkpoints also didn't exist back then. And then there's the second level, which I made on the same day as well. And that one's Shell Shock, which is somewhere here. Here we go. Oh, I didn't want to play it. So this one is a little more complicated. Again, I think this was still before I knew you could add. You had to like move forward your Wii U clock. P switches. Wait, were they actually yellow? Oh wait, I think I remember that. So that's why there's only shells and a Bowser. I threw whatever I could have. I guess we had saws back then and munchers on the first day. Invisible coin block. Oh yeah, the coin blocks. So yeah, this existed. I don't know if I found this, but I know you could do this, so I threw this in here. These are pretty free. Unless you're I Eat Your Pie, then they're not free. What do I do here again? Oh yeah, I think I remember. Something like that. It's a little blind, but... So yeah, you just like kick the shell and then... Oh yeah, I threw in munchers. Cause did I have spikes back then? I don't remember. But I use munchers because munchers are like the signature to a Kaizo level. You see a muncher, you immediately like think, hey, that's a Kaizo level. But unfortunately, munchers in this game are they're sprites and not blocks. So you can't have the whole level be munchers unless it's something short like this. Yeah, Mario Maker 2 should be fun. Oh yeah, this is my first time experiencing like a big boy. Oh yeah, I remember I tried to make a setup here. I think I learned that you can have varying shell speeds, I think, based on how fast you kick it. Something like that. I actually kind of want to play this. I didn't know air twirls were a thing where you could slow down or stall in the air. Okay, apparently I don't remember how to do this. But yeah, the idea is this setup right here is supposed to line itself up where the Koopa, this big ass Koopa shell, will go all the way down here. I'll land right here, that's why these coins are here. And these coins are here, so that's when you throw the shell. And then this is where you're supposed to land on the upper one. This is where you're supposed to land the second one. And you throw it again, and then you land here. And then you bounce off a final time, which 9 times out of 10, people will probably hit this block, and that's what causes their downfall. But yeah, there was this level. So those were the 3 levels I made. My very first 3 levels. It's probably not gonna work, I feel like. Yeah, I think I knew about despawning things back then, which is why the shell doesn't show up sometimes, because I think it despawned. Upside down munchers, that'd be pretty cool. Most revolutionary level by me would have to either be Skyzo or P-Break. Will Mario Maker 1 levels be crossover? No idea. So I think P-Break, or I think Skyzo was revolutionary in that it brought people into the Kaizo scene. Because it was so simple, so it wasn't the hardest Kaizo level. It was a good introductory Kaizo level to those who've never heard of it before. Again, this is, I think, during the time before midways were a thing. And then P-Break, because it kind of, I guess, inspired people to make harder Kaizo levels. Because at that point, no one really tried to push the limits of Kaizo. It was mainly me. Like, the first month of Mario Maker, which is when I made P-Break and all these levels, like, no one really did anything with it. There were always those really like stupid spam Bowser dumb troll levels But there weren't actually like genuinely good Kaizo levels within the first month of the game because no one knew about it except like a couple people, me included. So I think when I made P-Break, and then when it got popular because it got like posted on Reddit and everything, I think that's when people kind of got influenced in a way to try to make a hard ass level or something. That was mine because when I made P-Break, I was like, I'm just gonna make a really impossible level that I don't think I'll beat, because I did not think I was gonna beat P-Break when I made it. I was in my college dorm. I was a sophomore in college when I made it. I was lying in my bed. I was like, I'm gonna make a level, and I streamed it and made it in like 8 hours or something. And when I played it, I was like, I'm not gonna beat this. But then I got to the P switch for the first, or was it the Yoshi? Then I got to the Yoshi for the first time. I was like, you know, maybe there's a chance I'll beat it. And eventually I got to the P switch, which is the last jump of P-Break, and somehow I first tried it. I don't know how I clutched it out, but I first tried that P switch jump and beat it. And then when I uploaded it, I was like, wow, holy crap. I don't think anyone's gonna beat this. That's my thought process. I was like, no one's gonna beat this except me. But then Jakku beat it. And that's how we found Jakku, because Jakku was the first person to beat P-Break, if you didn't know that. And now Jakku is a big figure in the Mario Maker community as well.